Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create this kind of slanted, elongated cat eye effect without using too much makeup or without going too overboard dramatic and creating a very smoky cat eye effect. And I used the name Kendall Jenner in the description of this video because she has really nice, like gorgeous cat eye shape of her eyes naturally, and she's not wearing a lot of makeup usually, but still it looks just gorgeous. So this is not a Kendall Jenner makeup tutorial or Kendall Jenner inspired makeup tutorial. It's just to show you how you can create and achieve a more slanted, elongated cat eye effect without using too much makeup or without going too dramatic. I'm just going to show you a few tips and tricks in this video, so if you like it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So before I start, you can see this eye is done, this eye is not. So you can see how elongated and kind of slanted and more narrow this eye looks compared to that one. So now I'm going to show you how to do this on this eye. So first things first, I'm going to prime using my Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. I'm going to be using that with my finger and apply it all over the lid. Then I'm going, then I'm going to use, the first shade is going to be from the Sigma Smokescreen palette, and it's going to be Thunderhead, which is probably my most favorite transition shade because it's not like a warm, it's not too cool, it's not too warm, like a taupish light brown shade. And I'm going to be using that on a Sigma E25 blending brush. And first, so the effect we're going for is this elongated narrow eye. So what I'm going to be doing is making this part appear kind of lower and deeper, and this part I'm going to bring it upwards. So in order to make this part look lower and kind of go downwards, I'm going to be shading right here on the inner corner, right underneath the brow, like so, with this color. And what this is going to do is just make this part appear kind of deeper, and you can also drag it and kind of connect it with your nose contour, and that will just bring everything together. So this makes this area darker, so it appears like the distance between the eyebrow, the inner corner of the eye, and the inner corner of the eyebrow is kind of shorter. So it appears like this area is smaller and then this area will be larger, and that what makes the kind of slanted effect almost. So then after I darken this inner corner, I'm going to be taking that into the crease and drag it all the way across the eye outwards. And on this outer corner, we want to darken this outer corner, and to lift it up, we're just going to take the color outwards and drag it and wing it out almost, and just drag it outwards on this outer corner, because we want the effect of the eye to look more elongated and more narrow. So across the eye we will keep it straight, on this inner corner darker, and on this outer corner darker, and just further out to elongate the shape of the eye. So after we've done that, I'm going to take the same color a little bit under the lower lash line, and that will kind of frame the eye and define it a little bit more, and that way make it look a little bit more narrow. And we'll just frame the eye like so. So now I'm going to go for the all over lid shade, and it's going to be a pretty neutral light shade. I'm going to use Naked Lunch by MAC, but you can use any other shade that's kind of neutral. This has just a little bit more sheen to it, and I'm going to apply that with a MAC 252 flat brush all over my lid. But then you can see that it makes this part brighter as well, so it makes the eye look almost more rounded, but that's not what we want for this look. So I'm going to darken the outer corner a little bit using the Sigma E45 brush, and a darker color. This is Brown by MAC, which is a dark chocolate brown. And I'm going to be applying that to the outer corner of the eye, very softly and lightly blend it into the Naked Lunch shade that we have on the lid, and then sweep it outwards. So I kind of wanted to blend seamlessly, like kind of fade into one another and create a very smooth transition, like so. And that darkens this outer corner. So to lift this outer corner, you can see right here, I want this outer edge to be really, really dark, so it will kind of cover this part, the outer part of the eyelid, and that will make an illusion of a more lifted outer corner like that, if that makes sense. So I want to really darken the outer corner and highlight the inner corner. So that part will pop up and look a little bit lower, and then this part will look darker and just slanted upwards. I hope it makes sense. I'm trying. So after I have that, I'm going to highlight under the eyebrow with a light pink shade. This is Yogurt by MAC. So I'm going to apply that right on the outer corner under the arch of the eyebrow, and I'm also going to take this color and apply it under the lower part right here on the outer edge, and this will clean it up and just prevent any color from getting too far down, because we do want to keep this cat eye shape. And then I'm going to be darkening out the lash line using the small angle brush by Sigma. This is E65, and from the same Sigma smokescreen palette, I'm going to take this black shade, which is called, I don't know what's it called because they wrote it in black on black. Oh, how smart, Sigma. So I don't know, but it's the black shade from the smokescreen palette. And I'm going to darken the outer corner and make the lash line look like it's going upwards. So I'm just going to start from the middle and first create a straight line that goes across from the the higher place of my upper lash line, which is the center for me, and go outwards and lift the eye, and that creates an illusion of just a like the lash line is going upwards. So I'm kind of keeping the lash line, just following the lash line and bringing it upwards. I'm also going to wing it a little bit on the outer corner, but we're going to smudge it out in a second. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that black shade as well and apply just a little bit on the inner corner, but very, very close to the lash line. And this is going to just emphasize this inner part and make it look like it's going downwards. So again, it's all to create this slanted look. I'm not going to connect it with the liner that's on the outer edge, so I'm not going to go all the way across, but that really depends on your eye shape. For my eye shape, this is what makes it look more slanted, because if I apply the black right here, then it looks more rounded. So I'm just applying it on the outer corner and on the inner corner. Like this. Then I want to smudge out the outer corner because I don't want it to look too like an eyeliner really, otherwise I would apply just a gel liner. So I just want to darken this outer corner and create this cat eye effect. So I'm going to take a dense crease brush. You can also use like a pencil brush, anything like that. And it's a clean brush, and I'm just going over the outer corner of this black kind of liner that we applied. I'm just smudging it outwards. Smudging it out because I just want this outer corner to look dark but not too sharp. So now that I have that, you can already see that this eye looks a lot more narrow than it was at the beginning. Now I just want to highlight the inner corner because I want to again get the focus on the inner corner and really bring it downwards. So to make the inner corner look like it's going downwards a little bit more, because this part is darker right now and that looks like it's going inwards and upwards. I'm just going to highlight using the MAC Nylon eyeshadow and a small flat brush, and I'm going to be applying that under the inner corner right here under the tear duct, and that will bring the eye a little bit lower on this inner corner. And with whatever's left on the brush, just a little bit under the eyebrow and under this outer edge on the outer corner, like so. And then I'm just going to tight line a little bit using the NARS Night Series eyeliner in Night Porter, but only on the outer edge of the eye, right on the outer part of the lashes, and that will close the eye a little bit more, make it look a little bit more narrow. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And the key is to apply mascara only on the upper lashes, because if I would apply mascara on the bottom lashes, then my eye will make my eye look a little bit more open and a little bit more rounded. So I want to keep the heaviness on the upper lash line, if that makes sense, and keep the lower lash line clean. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Great Lash Big Mascara on my upper lashes. And another trick that I'm going to be doing is to apply it mostly on the outer corners. So I'm applying just a little bit on the inner corner lashes, and then as I go outwards, I'm going to focus the mascara on the outer lashes, because I want the darkest part to be on the outer corners, again, to just cover the outer corner of the eye and make it look a little bit more heavy, and just keep the focus on this part of the eye. And you can see that this lash is going kind of downwards, so I'm just going to remove the mascara from it, because I want everything to be kept on this part of the eye and not go beyond this imaginary line right here downwards. So now I'm going to apply some false lashes, but I'm using just ones that I cut in half, so I'm just going to use them on the outer corner. And these kind of outer corner lashes are the easiest to apply, in my opinion, because you don't have to bend them or anything like that. They just go right on the outer corner. So this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you will try it out. For this makeup tutorial, I wanted to focus on the eyes only, so I'm not going to show you what I use on the rest of my face, but everything is going to be listed and linked down below in the description bar of this video as always. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to talk to you all next Saturday.